team, welcome to the Resilience Program number 20. We are going to kick our 20th session off with some mobility work. So today, like we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, this session is all about active recovery, but also trying to work the range of motion of specific joints, like your hips, shoulders, and ankles. So what we're going to utilize is some dynamic stretching, then we're going to utilize some animal flow movements, and then we're going to finish off with some static stretching. What I need you to do is just do what you can with each movement, all right? If you can't reach the full range of motion that I'm asking you to do, that's cool. You're gonna do what you can. And as long as you're feeling like a mild discomfort with it and no pain, that's exactly what we're wanting, all right? So treat this session, as I said, as an active recovery, but also your opportunity to work on your mobility on specific tight joints that you may have. Cool, so we're gonna kick things off with the way we've been doing it the last couple of weeks. We're gonna start with some arm circles, and instead of doing one at a time, we're gonna do both of them at the same time. So just sitting there cross-legged, we're gonna go chest up, shoulder blades back and down, hands out to the side, and let's do some big arm circles going backwards, all right? So with this, we're looking for big range. If your hands brush against the floor at the bottom, that's cool. We're going for 10 of these repetitions. So that's 4, 5, big circles, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Let's bring it forward now. Same circles, but just forward in direction. Go for 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Let's go for some scissors. So going left arm on top of right, and we're going to hug those shoulders, separate those scapulars at the back, or your shoulder blades at the back, and then we go on the opposite side. So right hand comes on top of left. All right, we're going to do 10 of these with a little pause and separate. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Big neck circles. Let's draw some big circles around with your head. Both directions. And chill there. All right, let's go for some squat scoots. Just going to stand to the, turn to the side. So with this, hands behind you or just kind of underneath your shoulders, feet in squat stance. You're going to lift your butt up and scoot forward. And scoot forward and back. All right? So this is just to start warming up those knees, those ankles, just getting some movement through them. Take this nice and easy, team. We're going for a total of 20 reps. We've got 15 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push the range if you can. Team. So I'm just going to stay on the side so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk up to this squat position. I'm going to just hang out here. As low as you feel comfortable, team. All right? From here, hands out in front. I'm just going to rock forward and rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Trying to keep my heels down. And I'm just trying to work the ankles and the hips and the knees. All right? So we'll go for 20 rocks. Forward and back equals 1, yeah? 20. All right, just going to turn front on. We're going to stay in this squat stance. What I want you to do, you can place your hands out in front or keep them out in, like on the floor or out in front, wherever you feel balanced. I want you to watch my right knee. We're going out and then in, out and then in. I'm keeping my heel down and I'm just moving that knee. All right, we're gonna do 20 of those on that side and then 20 of those on the other side. All right, so when you're ready, go for it. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. All right, team, we are going to lie down now. Yeah, lie down. On your backs, we're going to do some leg raises for our hips, all right? We're going to pull the toes back, and we're going to lift your right leg up as high as you feel comfortable, and then back down. We're going to do 10 repetitions like that on your right, and then 10 on your left, all right? Let's do it. Side. Alright, now we're going to do big circles with your right leg. We're going to take that right leg out, around, and into the middle, and then back down. We're going to do 10 circles like that on the right, and then 10 circles on the left. All right, take your time with these. Let's get it. Nice. All right, so now we're going to do the same circles, but we're going to do it in the opposite direction. So bring the right leg up first, then out to the side, round, and back to the middle. All right, 10 on either side, let's do it. Beautiful. So, done with those hip circles, now we're going to go into a frog rock. Whoa, that sounds like a little dance. Frog rock. It's just this movement. We're going to go into this frog stance with our knees nice and wide. We're going to drop down onto our forearms. We're going to rock back and then forward. With your feet, if you want to square them out, the more you push them outwards, the more intense that stretch is going to be. Cool? We've got 20 frog rocks to get through. In your own time, let's go for it. We're going to finish off our beginning session with our wrist, what do you call it? Routine, should we call it? A wrist routine. So we're going to start off with hands directly underneath your shoulders, and we're going to rotate your elbow pit from the inside, try and face it forward, all right? What that little motion does is it makes your wrist, it rotates in your wrist, and it gives that joint a nice little warm-up. So, we're going to do 10 rotations, all right? Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping your hands where they are. Press into the ground with your fingers. We're going to come up onto your fingers and then back down. Got 10 of these to do. 2, 3, 10. All right, turning hands out to the side. I want you to push the base of your palm into the ground as much as you can, and I want you to rock side to side. I'm going to push the floor away as you do this to increase the stretch, or increase or decrease the angle in your wrist and forearm to increase that stretch. All right, so let's go for it. 1, we're going for 20, so 10 either side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, turning your fingers backwards, facing backwards. We're going to press the palms into the ground, and we are going to rock back and forward 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Now we're going to rotate onto the back of our hands at real awkward position. We're going to press into the ground, and we're going to rock back again. 1, feeling that stretch through the front of your forearms. And 2, we've got 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, woo, 7. These feel awesome. 9, and 10. And finishing it off with fingers facing forward, hands directly underneath your shoulders, and we're rocking forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome work, team. Now we're getting into my favorite part of today, which is the animal flow stuff. All right, animal flow stuff. That's the technical term. So we've played around with this animal flow concept the last couple of weeks, and today we're going to build on some of the movements that I've introduced you to. So we've done bear, we've done frogger, and we've done the monkey. So today we're going to focus in on a move called the high frogger and the high monkey. Not the high version, but that is a shit joke. And if I could, I would stop recording right now, rewind and just never say that again. But anyways, yeah, let's get on with what I was talking about. So the high frogger and the high monkey are two variations of the monkey and frogger, and all it is that when we move from side to side or move from movement to movement, we're going to try and kick our feet higher into each position. This will make more sense when you see it. All right, so to start with, the high frogger. So to recap, a normal frogger, we sit into our squat, we're going to lean forward, and then we bring our feet towards our hands like so, and we move forward like a frog. Now a high frogger is that when we move forward, I'm going to kick my feet as high as I can while maintaining control. Alright, so it'll look like this. Start up and set up is the same. I reach forward, and now I'm going to kick high, and then come back into my frog. Reach forward, kick high, and come back into my frog. Yeah, one more. Cool. And I'm only going to move as high as I feel comfortable. I might start off with a little jump, and then build as I feel confident with it. If your high frogger looks like this today, that's perfect. because we're still, or if you're doing it that way, you're still changing the original Frogger by focusing on lifting your feet up a little bit higher on the transition. Perfect, all right? So again, with the high Frogger, I want you to work as comfortable as you feel, all right? Let's talk about the high monkey. So, a standard monkey looks like this. We're gonna go into our squat stance. Setup is exactly the same. We place our hands like so, and then we scoop to the side. Cool? All a high monkey is that in that transition, I'm gonna kick my feet a little higher. So it's gonna look like this. Cool. And again. Cool. One more. All I'm doing is putting a little bit more pressure into my arms, and I'm also kicking my feet up and controlling that transition. All right? So, the way we're gonna roll with this is we're gonna spend 1 minute on the high Frogger, then we'll have 60 seconds rest, we'll have a chat, then we'll do 60 seconds of the high monkey, we'll have 60 seconds rest, then we'll do 1 minute of just moving from Frogger to monkey, whether it be high or normal, whichever one you want to do, for a minute, and then we'll do a minute rest, and we'll repeat that sequence again. All right, so to recap, 1 minute high Frogger, 1 minute rest, 1 minute high monkey, 1 minute rest, 1 minute Frogger monkey variations, 1 minute rest, and then we go back to the start. High Frogger for a minute rest, high monkey for a minute rest, and then a Frogger monkey combination to finish with, all right? So, I'm gonna start the timer, and I'll put the timer just there. Oh, I hope that editing works. Having fun with that. And just work at your own pace. Cool? All right, team. So, I'm gonna get my timer so I can see what the time is. All right. Starting off with the high Frogger, team. 10 seconds. Work with what you can. Move as comfortable as you can. 2, 1, let's go for it. And time. Beautiful. Let's have a seat. Rest up. So I hope you had a bit of fun with that. Just finding your body in space, yeah? Just figuring out where you feel balanced and where you feel confident. That's all part of learning, and it's a lot of fun, yeah? All right, cool. So we're going on to the high monkey now. Again, just play around with what you can. If your high monkey is not that high, cool. As long as you're trying that little bit, just to lift your feet up a little bit higher on the transition, all right? Make it your own, make it slow and controlled, and really be aware of what your body is doing in these movements, all right? Awareness is everything. So if you can feel what happens when you put weight on your hands, or when you kick your feet up a little bit higher, take note of it, and then adjust accordingly. All right, team, 60 seconds of a monkey, high monkey. 2, 1, begin. Seconds. And time. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to play around with a nice little 1 minute of free play, if you will, where we're focusing on monkey and frogger. All right, make it whichever way you want. If you want to do low frogger into high monkey into high frogger, whatever. All right. For 60 seconds, move. Feel what your body wants to do. If it wants to go to the side, do a monkey. If it wants to go forward, do a frogger. If you want a little bit more time with your weight on your hands, kick into a high variation. All right. Your time to play around with both of these movements for 60 seconds. All right. Move controlled. Again, be aware of what your body is doing and just let it flow. It's called animal flow for a reason. You don't want to overthink it. You just want to let the movements be created before you even think about it. All right? 2, 1, let's have some fun. Seconds. And time. Beautiful. So, we're going to do all of that again so we can get a bit more of a feel of the movements and maybe push it a little bit more depending on how you're feeling. Alrighty? So, got 45 seconds to recover. Hopefully you're feeling good with this. Again, with this flow stuff, if it's not making any sense or you want me to see what you're doing, hit me up, yeah? Film yourself, send it to me, or hook us up with a Zoom meeting and we can have a chat and I can watch you do whatever you need to do and I can guide you with how to get better at it. Cool? 20 seconds, we are going for a minute again, high frogger. If you feel confident, push a little bit higher. If not, just keep doing what you're doing and make yourself feel comfortable with it. All right? Here we go, team. High froggers in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 seconds. Rest. Beautiful. All right. Kicked up a little high on that one myself. So yeah, just had to stabilize it by taking a step with my hands. So if you haven't realized it already, team, this is a nice introduction, if you will, into balancing on your hands and doing some stuff with your handstand walks, all right? It's safe because you're only kicking up a little bit. It's also creating massive amounts of awareness because you're kicking your body into an area of space that you're not familiar with, so you're learning how to adapt on the fly. And again, you're low to the ground, so even if you stack it, you're not going to hurt yourself because you're low to the ground. It's not falling from a high position, yeah? So play around with the team. We've got high monkeys now. We're going to go for another 60 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. Go for it. Five seconds. And rest. Beautiful. All right, one more minute, team. Firstly, we'll rest, and then we've got some Frogger to monkey to play with. Cool. All right. So, while you're resting, if you've done this before, we did this week 1, and I'm going to just quickly recap a transition that you can do from Frogger to monkey, all right? And that is, if I'm here facing this way, and I want to turn that way, I'm going to take my right hand, place it behind my right foot. With my right foot, I'm going to slide it behind me, and now I'm facing this way. All right? So if I want to do that to come back to facing you, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to slide my left foot back, and then I'm like so. All right? So if I go like this, right hand back, slide it through, and then I'm ready to go again. All right? If you didn't get that, pause it now, rewind, get that transition sorted, and then we'll go. All right? Cool. We're a little over time, but we'll go for 60 seconds from now. Let's go for it, team. Frogger, monkey combinations. Time. Beautiful, team. Cool. So, that is our animal flow section. I hope you enjoyed that, team. We're going to wind things down now. We're doing some static stretches. If you've got something soft on the ground, you're probably going to need it. So, grab it. If you're ready to go, we're going to start off with 1 minute in a downward dog. As I've said it to you before, I find downward dogs extremely challenging because they've got super tight hamstrings and it takes me a while to loosen them up. The downward dog, however, is one of the best stretches for your entire posterior chain. We should be doing it all the time. I try and do it as much as I can, but not as much as I should be, if that makes sense. What I can do and what I should be doing in relation to a downward dog, pulls apart. All right, so let's get into this downward dog, team. Remember, with the downward dog, we're going hands just about shoulder width distance apart. We're going feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to prop those toes down. And then I'm going to push the floor away. I'm going to drive my butt up into the air. And with my head, I'm going to push it through my arms. My upper body is like so. With my bottom half, what I want to do is straighten those legs and drop those heels, but at the same time, lift my butt up into the air. And that position there is what really targets the hamstring lower back junction, all right? So, to get those legs locked, squeeze your quads. This is not a relaxing stretch. This is a very, very active stretch. And remember, we're doing it for only 60 seconds. If you don't like to hear someone grunt and breathe heavily, I would soften your TV now, because it's going to get grunty and heavy breathing in a sec. All right, without further ado, let's get this bad boy done. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Push the floor away, lock those legs, drive your butt up in the air as much as you can. Seconds left. Come on. Butt up in the air. 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Woo! Great, Googa Mooga. That's tough. All right, team, chill out. We've got one more active stretch, which means it requires a bit of effort, but not as aggressive as that. So, we're gonna do a 3-point bridge. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. 3-point bridge looks like this. We're gonna set up our feet just a little bit wider, probably about shoulder width, maybe just a fraction wider, all right? We're gonna bring our butt fairly, not too close, but comfortably close to our heels, all right? So you can see that distance there, all right? So from here, I'm gonna plant my right hand as close to my shoulder, as underneath my shoulder as possible. With my left hand, I'm gonna place it on my right knee. From here, I'm gonna push the ground away and lift my hips up as much as I can, pushing my hand down, pushing my heels down, and squeezing my butt as much as possible. This hand, I can open it up if I want, I can leave it on my chest. Doesn't really need to do much, it's just there as a fourth limb, not doing much, all right? Cool. If you want to increase the stretch, you can put your hand up open over your head and open it up that way, completely up to you. But the main points are the 3 points, being your hand pushing into the ground, your heels pushing into the ground. Cool, that's why it's called a 3-point bridge. And then it goes without saying, I want squeezing your butt, pushing up as hard as you can. All right, so we stay in that position for 30 seconds, constantly trying to lift the hips up, constantly trying to open up the complete anterior side of our body, or front side of our body. Cool? All right, so into position. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Drive, 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 drive. If you feel good, look up. Squeeze that butt. Push the floor away. 10 seconds. 5. And down. Beautiful, team. Let's do the other side now. All right. So, feet shoulder width, butt in a nice comfortable position. Left hand underneath left shoulder, right hand on right knee, on left knee. And 3, 2, 1, drive it, team. All right, 750. Look up if you can. Push the floor away, drive your hips up, squeeze your butt. 10 seconds, team. Drive, 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 drive. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Push, 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 push. 3, 2, 1, and release. Hell yeah, team. Awesome work. All right, let's cool it down a bit. We are gonna move into a nice lunge position. We're going to be here, back leg at right angles, front leg at right angles. And we are just going to drop forward and hang out here for 60 seconds. Cool? So I might just get something to prop under my knee, because y'all know what this flooring is like. It ain't too forgiving. That's so gentle. All right, team, right angle at the front, right angle at the back. Let's drop into this for 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Nice and easy, team. I like to try and stay as upright as I can, or a bit of a lean back, so I can really feel that stretch in the back leg. But then simultaneously, I want to be pushing this knee as far forward as I can to feel the stretch in the hamstring and also the ankle. Quite a full lower body stretch, this one. Again, just working with mild discomfort. If you've got pain, back it off and find a nice position in this that doesn't cause pain. All right, team, we've got 20 seconds. Sink into it. 10 seconds. And recover. Beautiful, team. Let's do the other side. So, we're going into that lunge position. Right angle at the back, right angle in the front. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release out of that, team. We got one more stretch, and that is the forward fold. This is how I like to do these ones today. I'm going to bend my knees like so. I'm going to grab my ankles nice and low. That rhymes. Let's do that again. I'm going to bend my knees like so. I'm going to grab my ankles nice and low. And then, over the course of this 60 seconds, I'm going to try and relax and straighten my legs as much as possible, all right? But still keeping a firm grip on my ankles, all right? This is going to really target those hamstrings, and I want you to do your best to straighten out those legs over these 60 seconds. All right, cool. Let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Here we go. 30 seconds, team. Here we go, last 5. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. You can tell hamstrings are my Achilles heel. Or they're just my hamstrings. I'll leave you on that one. Thank you for signing in or tuning in to our 20th Resilience Program workout. I hope your joints and your body as a whole are feeling good. I shall see you tomorrow for another belter of a workout. Have a great day, team. Stay safe. I'll see you then. Bye.